Welcome to Pride Against Prejudice, a Shadowrun 4th edition actual play podcast.
Hi, I'm Simon and I'm playing Huggy Bear.
Hi, I'm Al and I'll be playing Maverick.
Hi, I'm Jack and I play Toyger.
Hi, I'm Michael and I'll be playing Sunshine.
And my name is Rhydian, I am the GM. If you would like any bonus content, a link to our living campaign map can be found in the show notes, along with a link to our Discord where you can get occasional bonus episodes, and if you'd like to add locations to the map or just ask us questions, you're welcome to join us there. If you stick about for a few seconds at the end of the episode, we also have a question for you as well. Following content may contain themes and materials not suitable for all audiences. Listener discretion is advised. Before we dive into the episode, here's some pay data on another one of the Shadowrun podcasts out there for you to listen to.
Good day, citizens of Chicago. This is Oakley Wildwood, your anchor at Gold Leaf News Network, bringing you the latest developments from the heart of the UCAS. And now for the news. The Chicago Containment Zone is witnessing a surge in kidnappings that has left the city on edge. Travel in groups for safety, folks. A good crew could be what gives you the edge to make it to your next paycheck. The streets are witnessing a spike in vehicle thefts and carjackings, leaving everything from jackrabbits to delivery trucks as smoldering, bullet-ridden scrap heaps. Lone Star PD advises secure private parking whenever possible. But in Chicago, even the safest of places can become a battleground. On a more hopeful note, the ghoul communities of Cabrini Green are uniting, driven by a hunger for justice. Vigilantes targeting infected citizens have been escalating tensions, promising violence if they do not leave the city. Those sympathetic to the ghoul cause have offered support by providing donations and offering security, though officials assure that they seek a non-violent resolution to the conflict. There's a lot going on in 2080s Chicago. Stay informed, stay safe, and stay with us by tuning in to Bug City Blues, a Shadowrun 6th World Edition actual play podcast, wherever fine podcasts are found. Now, back to your regularly scheduled programming.
After a slightly crazy couple of weeks, the team are taking some well-earned R&R. And, now that he has some time to think, Toyger makes the first step to rescuing his cousin by making a deal with the devil. It's the 14th of September. It's the day after you had the incident involving Hazel's grandmother. I imagine that...
It was not the incident.
No, it wasn't that bad.
It was the sequence of incidents.
Indeed. I imagine that at least one of you, Huggy, is very, very hungover, having gone out drinking with Marty. What are you doing? You've got a bit of free time.
I think probably unconscious rather than hungover.
So she's in an alcohol-induced coma. Yep, fair enough. Well, we know what Huggy's doing. What about the rest of you?
Bit of downtime and recovery, to be honest. I'm just chilling at the flat with my cat.
Okay, so are you taking a few days then?
I'm thinking I need to start having a dig around on the Matrix, start looking for some improved programs, but first Cato.
Yeah, fair enough. Misty's been missing those sweet, sweet scritches for a little while. You've had a lot of work on.
Yeah.
Misty will not pet herself.
Yep.
You do find that the little old lady down the corridor has been giving you dirty looks because you've been out a lot and she's been leaving food out for Misty. However, Misty, I believe you told me that she was a street cat that you'd adopted.
Yeah.
She's largely made her own arrangements. For such a tiny cat, the number of devil rat corpses around the place is moderately impressive.
Concerning
And impressive, depending on your perspective.
Aren't they like a meter long?
No, that's demon rats. That
Right,
are
okay.
bigger and scarier. Devil rats are chunky, but only chunky for rats.
I'm imagining Misty. I don't know what you've sort of headcanoned her as, Michael, but I've sort of think of her as a little bit like my wife's parents' cat that they had growing up, which brought home a dead stoat.
Oh no, I'm wrong. A devil rat can be up to a meter in length, including tail.
I mean, some of those could just be rats. Like, not everything is a power critter, you guys.
But yeah, so Misty's been keeping the wildlife in check. You're vegetating and becoming one with the sofa, your least impressive self.
Yep.
Mav, what about you?
I've got some training I want to do. A completely different variety to the previous kind.
So you're not pumping iron this time. What are you doing?
Probably putting rounds down range somewhere. I want to train my heavy weapons skill.
All right. So Marty doesn't really have a range. So are you going? I don't think you can take a squad support weapon to the local firing range. They might look slightly askance at it. So where are you going?
That is a good question. I mean, I can just, go into the barrens and shoot things, because I live next to a, colossal park full of paracritters. I can find things to shoot. However...
So you're going down to Bloodroot Valley?
However, that is silly and dangerous, and I have a better plan that's more exciting. Less exciting for me and more exciting for the spectators.
Okay.
I'm going to go talk to the blue chainsaws.
All right. So you make your way over there. Are you taking the subway?
Yep.
Okay, so you make your way over there. The gate guards, you're kind of known to them at this point. They give you the nod, and as you get a little bit closer, say, "Hey, how you getting on? Not seen you for a while."
Been working. Lots going on.
Yeah, I hear that. Hey, is that mate of yours around with you? The one who does the wiggly fingers. He was great fun last time he partied with us.
Really? The Toyger was fun?
Oh yeah, that night got wild.
Alright. Cool.
It's an elf, and she leans in closer to you and says quietly in your ear, "When you get a chance, check out his lower back. It's fragging hilarious."
I'll have to never do that ever.
Oh, trust me. You will laugh yourself stupid.
Alright.
Mav, you get a text message, because I'm guessing you've mentioned that you've mentioned, hey, if anyone needs me, I'm going to be putting rounds down range at the chainsaws.
That is a fair assumption. Yep.
You get a text message from Toyger just as you're going in. If you see Kingfisher, tell her it did not heal up well and it's gone all blotchy.
Right. With several eyes is the text reply to that.
You can have an explanation, or you can look at me and respect me again in the future. These are mutually exclusive.
You think I respect you?
You get, sad cat emoji.
I let that hang.
Yeah, you head on in. Seems that Ripper and Sharifa aren't about right now. Skidmarks is off. Christ knows what he's doing, but it probably involves a bike doing 6 times the speed limit.
Is he still with his new girlfriend, the one who's going to be a crow shaman?
We're not sure. He's probably alive, so it's a good bet. But yeah, you meet Tech, he's dwarf mechanic. He's come up before, and he's in the bar, and he looks you over as you come in, Mav, and says, "Hey, the others aren't about right now. I'm keeping an eye on things till they get back. What can I do for you?"
I need a safe backstop.
He looks you over and says, "A backstop? Are you playing baseball?" Come on, give me some more context here, man.
Mav unzips the holdall that he characteristically has slung over one shoulder and catches the holdall as it falls off his shoulder, revealing the medium machine gun on the sling.
Eck just looks at you, grins, and says, Oh, we are gonna have fun. Follow me." And he takes you through the junkyard to an area that the chainsaws have set up, and it's right on the water. And it's quite small, but it's an old concrete dry dock that's got no water in it at the moment. And he says, right, you go stand down that end. I'm going to get some of the lads and lassies with hubcaps and a couple of kegs, and I'm running the book. So, yeah, you spend a very enjoyable few days with them flinging stuff down for you to shoot at whilst they get drunk, party, and take bets on whether or not you can hit things.
Spoilers. Yes, I can.
So yeah, there is... Well, if they were in a nicer area, they'd be getting a noise complaint. They're really not getting a noise complaint. Not in Old Howard Beach.
More likely a lack of noise complaint.
Oh, it's an E-rated area. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, they are between a AA and an A-rated area, so...
Make enough noise and they might get complaints.
Except the complaints tend to be they get NYPD Inc. to strafe the area with a helicopter with an autocannon.
Let's not cause that much noise.
So if you get a little old lady chapping on the entrance to the junkyard going, keep it down, you'll take a break.
Yes, yes, I will.
Yeah, fair enough.
And I'll keep it to civilized hours too.
They're probably used to the chainsaws doing all kinds of mental shit. Some of them probably have binoculars to watch them. Cool. So Mav's training his
Heavy weapons.
heavy weapons skill. What's it currently at?
Currently 3. Which is surprisingly low.
Yeah, considering it's kind of Mav's thing. So as your skill is currently rating 3, it'll only take you a day to train that.
Nice. What would it take to train the second point into it? How many days? Up to 5.
You bugger, you asked me just as I shut the book.
You shouldn't have shut the book then. You're going to need that table.
I probably am. So going from 4 to 5 would take a week.
Ugh.
Yeah, marginal gains.
Oh, what the hell? It's my main skill. I'm going to start putting that time in.
Alright, so it'll take 8 days overall for you to be able to do that. Sunshine,
Yo,
now that Misty has committed genocide upon the local rats
yep.
and been scritched and told that she is a good girl,
Mm-hmm.
are you... Once you've extracted yourself from the sofa, are you getting any... Are you looking to buy anything? Are you looking to improve any of your skills or anything like that?
Yeah, certainly want to buy some programs. Let me have a quick look through my active skills, because probably some of them could use a bit of training.
Okay. So I'll just take a quick glance as well.
Yeah. What does stealth run on hacking?
Which you currently have
At 3. That's...
So you can train that up to 4 in a day.
Yeah, I would like to do that if I have enough karma. It'd be, what, 16?
8.
8? Oh, 8,
Twice.
yeah.
Twice new rating.
Oh, cool. Yep.
Yeah, cool. So you spend some time you spend a day training up your hacking.
Yep.
I will What are you hacking to practice on?
I basically go on... what's it called nowadays? It's Jackpoint.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I go on Jackpoint. Basically, hey, chummers. Listen, I'm trying to get a bit better at decking. I seem to have ended up as my team's decker. Anyone got any simulation programs, simulated nodes I can run against? Or, like, anyone need a little bit of remote hacking done on any, like, minor targets? And probably gets, like, deluged with requests and goes, nope, I'll die. Really? Against them? I mean, okay, weird, but fine. Anyway, she runs against a couple of simulated nodes and, like, a couple of very, very minor hacking jobs that she's basically doing pro bono.
Yeah. You do find yourself at one point having to do a hacking job for somebody who they've just been having this screaming argument with their neighbor, who is just the most annoying, prudish asshole that wishes to inflict their views upon everyone else. And yeah, then neighbors just ask you to change all of their backgrounds and lock them to all of the things that will wind them up the most. I'll leave exactly what to your imaginations.
Yep.
So yeah, you have, it's actually quite good fun. You have quite a good day, and you get taken on a couple of ride-alongs with a couple of deckers who are going, right, I just need somebody to act as distraction, just hack into these nodes over here and just ditch a load of graffiti, cause a bit of chaos, just be a pain in the ass whilst they're doing the actual data steal, stuff like that. And yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, I do that. I'm looking to buy at least one decent program.
You do also get asked to do one slightly concerning job that you turn down, which is to program the grid guide on somebody's car to go to a particular location and for all the door locks to be overridden so that they will not open as soon as they next get in the vehicle. And you kind of look at this one and go,
No.
I don't feel like killing someone today.
Kidnapping.
Chummer, I am not doing wet work pro bono. Come on. Come on, really. Yeah, other than that, hop onto like the other side of Jack Point, start looking up magic bits and bobs about... basically, I'm proper like internet gremlin for a few days.
Yeah. There is a little bit of confusion between the mods who are going, hang on, aren't you a decker when you're hanging out in the magic bit as well? And there's a bit of a, we've no problem with this, but what?
Yeah, hi.
There's also a bit of confusion because of the other canon Sunshine, who hangs out on Jack Point, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're...
Wait, is there another canon character called Sunshine?
Yep.
Yeah.
Who hangs out on Jack Point?
She's in a lot of the Jack Point chatter in the source books.
Brilliant.
I mean, Sunshine is one of those names. Like, oddly enough, Maverick.
Yep.
We are distinguished by our IPs, not our names.
Yeah.
You end up putting like an ASCII character's cat after your name to distinguish yourself.
Yeah.
Mav distinguish himself.
I don't know. Mav don't hang out on Jack Point though, so it's much less of a problem for him.
Fortunately, the other Maverick, who is also a gun adept that I know of, I don't think is yet active, because he's in the Arcology game, which is a 5th Ed game. So you're... I wouldn't say you're the original, but you precede him.
I am not the first Shadowrunner called Maverick.
No.
By a long way.
I am not even the first, like, gun adept ex-cop Shadowrunner called Maverick.
So yeah, what are you looking for on the magical side of Jack Point?
Just theories, papers, hanging out in chat rooms, talking to people. Nothing particular, just kind of osmosis.
Okay, I mean, if you want to, you've currently got magical theory at rating 1. If you want to bump that up to rating 2, the knowledge skill, then
do that.
Do feel free. So
2 karma, drop on that. Knowledge, magical theory. 2.
Just while we're chatting to you there, Sunshine, already.
Yep.
You mentioned you were looking for some programs. What programs specifically and at what rating?
Edit 6, but that's a common use one, so I can just buy that entirely legally.
Yeah, I'm not going to ask you to do any rolls to acquire that because it is a legal program, so...
Yep.
Does that even have a rarity?
I don't know, and I can't be bothered to look.
Yeah,
I'll look.
that.
It's legal, it's not criminal to own it, so I don't give a fuck.
No, it has no availability.
Right, so yeah, I can just buy that. I'd like to look at getting Attack 6, and if I've still got time, Track 6.
Okay, how much are they each, please?
$6,000.
Alright, so your interval on those will be a day. Now, normally you do this using negotiation and charisma, but for computer programs we make a little bit of an exception. You can use your Google foo. So could you give me an extended browse roll?
Yes, let me...
The target number will be the availability.
I do not succeed.
Oh dear. How
So,
many
yeah,
how many days was that?
8. Yeah, I had 3 zeros in a row there.
Oh. Okay, and what's the... I'm gonna say don't roll the other one yet.
Wait, is the interval 1 day?
Yes, for...
Damn. I did get 6, 7, 8, 9. Ugh, no. 9 would only get me rating 4, which I've already got. Yeah, no, I just ain't finding it.
Yeah, fair enough.
And that's taken me like a week of, whilst doing like pro bono minor hacking jobs and hanging out on the magic side of Jackpoint, trying to find this program, and it just ain't happening.
That's a pain in the hoop. I'm sorry, mate.
Yeah, it happens. I do, however, go on to Arizon and order myself a As Technology busybody for the house to feed the cat.
Fair enough.
Let me just look up how much they are. I think they're $1,000 off the top of my head.
Again, just go ahead and buy that.
Yep, will do.
So, Toyger, what are you up to in your downtime?
So, leading up to this downtime, Toyger been trying to get his magic up to 6. I'm going to finish doing that. I think I've got about a week still to go on it. I'm going to say that leading up to the run where we went to the police station and did absolutely nothing illegal, you guys, what you're talking about, Toyger spent it like gathering up various magical bits and bobs, like bits of bone, bits of ash, weird plants, significant colourful things, and grinding them up to make paint. And this last week, he's mostly spent it up on the roof of his building, painting a thing. Toyger's artistic knowledge is mainly a knowledge skill, so it's not a very good thing. But he's put 3 weeks of work in it. Some of the blacks, like the charcoal that he made to make the black, had bits of his own hair in it. He's had like stuff that was very valuable to him for quite a while. He ground up to make into paint, which he's used to make this.
Is the white the teeth abacus?
Not all of it. He took like a few of the more memorable ones off his abacus and used that to make white paint.
Yeah, fair.
Not all of it.
What are you painting? Is it like a mural on the building? Is it
So he got like he managed to get like a massive roll of just white, very fine white fabric, which he's made into an enormous canvas about as tall and wide as he is. Like,
that's
so
not very tall or wide?
So it's 5'8" by 5'8", and it's equal parts like cityscape, a mix of Toyger's rune. If like you sand and squint in such a way, it looks a bit like a cat. It's probably the most artistically successful thing he's ever made, and he's super proud of it. And he's really impressed with it. He's standing there admiring it, and then on like the final day that he was like the last day of the week for his training his magic, he gets a Molotov cocktail and chucks it at it and burns it down to nothing, and then walks away and goes back indoors.
Cool. And as the Molotov hits it and shatters and the flames start to lick up and consume it, it feels a bit like something inside you, a bit like a rubber band that's been stretched and then just doesn't go back to being as small as it was, and it feels bigger and more powerful, and you feel stronger, not physically, but that part of you which does the mojo
is a bit bigger now. Now, where is my magic stat?
Sorry, one other thing. When the busybody arrives, so like the Arizon delivery guy, sign here, and holds up an ARO and squiggle a finger to sign it. He goes, oh yeah, and also this one as well. So huge box with the busybody, great. Puts that in the flat, and also her monthly subscription for hair color arrives, and then she goes, oh great, and then goes through to the bathroom and checks, and she hasn't used the last month's either, and looks at her hair and goes, wait, oh, don't tell me this is blue now as well, come on, it was fun when it was a choice. I guess I'm cancelling that subscription. Frag's sake.
Oh, let's save you a few new yen.
Yeah, saves 10 new yen a month. I guess my hair is blue now, okay.
I'm wondering if we should give you the distinctive style quality.
I mean, having blue hair is not that unusual in the sixth world. The eyes kind of are, but that's what the wraparound sunshades are for.
Gifts of the comet.
Yeah.
So yeah, you've managed to bump up your magic to 6 there, Toyger. You are becoming one scary, scary little mother frack. Well, you already were. Is there anything else you're doing?
Yes, so this is the big thing that Toyger's been sort of mentally gearing up to do. Toyger has 2 cousins that are a bit younger than him. One of them, Alexandra, has been sent off to the Cornville Reform Institute, where they send the badly behaved little corporate children to turn them into good little drones. The other cousin, Hannah, got in touch with him and said, go and rescue my sister, because I'm certainly not fucking doing it. This has sort of been preying on him quite a lot, because when Toyger thinks about what hell must be like, what he knows of Cornville comes very strongly to mind. And there's only one person he can think of that could potentially get him and anyone else who wants to come with him up to Maine to go and rescue her. And that's Giuseppe.
Alright.
Who at this point knows full well who Toyger is in real life, so...
Because certain mistakes were made.
Very deliberate mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Toyger's going through, right, how do you make a good impression on someone? So... Toyger is handwriting a letter. On paper.
Alright. Knock 20 new yen off.
For fancy paper.
It only got you 1 sheet.
Yeah, so handwritten letter, just written to Giuseppe. I am given to understand that you are capable of achieving certain feats that might be beyond the means of a meager Shadowrunner. I would be interested in a discussion regarding these capabilities of yours. Please send the spirit back with available dates, and I will see you on one of them. Kindest regards. Toyger hand writes out his full name, and it is longer than the letter. I never actually decided what Toyger's full name is. I just keep occasionally adding bits onto the character sheet when I come across a surname that I like the sound of.
I think that's a fun way to do it.
Yes, and then he summoned a small air spirit. It's basically like an owl, but the face doesn't have a beak or anything. It's all eye, and it has 2 very long human legs.
For some reason, I'm imagining it as a cyclops.
Yes, it's just one enormous eye with multiple pupils bouncing around in it like a lava lamp.
Oh, that's upsetting.
That's adorable. I want fun.
Two reactions.
I'm with Michael on this one. That is disturbing.
But you could poke the pupils and watch them bounce around the eye.
That's mean.
Don't
Bad, Huggy.
poke the
Bad.
eye of an adorable air spirit, even if it's disturbing.
Oh no, it wants that. It leans in. It wants you to pet its eye. Yeah, no, the most disturbing thing about it, Sunshine, is that it has better legs than you, even if they do end in horrific bird talons. Anyway, it gets handed the letter, and it's shown a brief mental map of how to get to Giuseppe's, and told, go, could deliver a message, be a good birdie.
It goes off and does weird air spirit things and delivers the note, and it comes back with a data chip.
I try and struggle and eventually get it working on my comlink.
When you eventually slot it, it's just got written on it, sorry, didn't have any paper, come by tomorrow for lunch, 1 p.m.
Coolio. The spirit gets pet. Toyger pushes a dead mouse into its eye, and it slowly gets dissolved and chewed up by one of the pupils, and then it goes back to I don't know where.
If it's okay to push a dead mouse into it, it's okay for me to prod it.
Well, it wants you to give it scratches on the eye. It's very affectionate.
I want fun.
Anyway, it goes back to wherever the weird place it came from is, and Toyger naps, reclaims Edge, and then gets dressed up for a fancy dinner, he supposes.
Yep. Okay. So, are you going on your own? Are you bringing any of the others?
Toyger's going to go on his own. This is...
Important Toyger things.
Yes.
Alright. So, when you arrive, the guy on the door nods and opens it for you. The two Puerto Rican guys playing dominoes actually wave at you. They've started to recognize you. And Giuseppe is in the usual booth. He's not got anyone with him at the moment. He's clearly cleared the calendar for you for this. As he sees you, he waves you over and says, "Sit down, please, please. This sounds like it might be interesting, eh?"
That's a word for it, yes. How much do you know about Cornville?
We will discuss business in full shortly. First, we eat, eh?
There's a joke in there about my height, but I'm not going to make it.
I was just referring to the food, but do you eat bracciole?
The steak thing?
Yes, the steak thing.
So Toyger's got this look on his face like he's about to tell Giuseppe that he loves him, and then it just comes out, yes. Yes.
Excellent. You mentioned something about a soy intolerance. I don't soy for, business meals. Like every other schlub, I occasionally have to eat it. You know how it is. It's the sixth whale. But this sounds like it might be interesting, so, I thought, you're probably gonna want something, so, let's give you a good meal first, eh?
You are far too kind.
You don't know what I got in mind for you. Sit down.
No, I really don't, do I? Toyger removes jacket, hangs on, I'm guessing there's a hat stand or something.
So, food comes out. It's fragging amazing.
So what actually is this food?
So, it's a rolled flank steak stuffed with cheese, breadcrumbs, pine nuts, and baked in a rich tomato sauce.
Did you just read that straight off Google?
No, I read it straight off the message that Toyger sent me last night.
I've had it twice. It's so nice.
It sounds incredible.
It sticks to your ribs.
I've had the German equivalent of it.
Is it served wearing the little alpine hat and with lederhosen on?
No, but it involves pickles.
That sounds good. So yeah, throughout the meal, Giuseppe steadfastly just avoids any work talk. He talks to you about movies, there's a bit of chat. He tries to briefly engage you in a discussion about urban brawl, realizes it's really not your thing, and then switches topic. Yeah, he's actually just a genuinely good host. It's a very pleasant meal with some enjoyable conversation. As one of the waitresses is taking away the dishes, he says, "Okay, so now that we have eaten, we can actually, have a civilized discussion, eh? We got a bottle of wine."
This is actually really good. I can taste cherries.
What, you think I'm gonna drink crap? You think I'm gonna put Drac in my mouth, eh?
No, what? I can taste cherries. I can taste something else. What is it?
Let's just say I know a guy who knows a guy. So, I got a white noise generator, we got some wine. What is it that Giuseppe can do for you, eh?
Right. So, how well do you know Maine?
Not very well, but better than I'd like.
How well do you know the Cornville Reform Institute for young gentlemen and ladies?
I heard the name. Wasn't there was a thing in the news a couple of years back. What was it? Somebody... Weren't they, mistreating the kids, and they had this whole change of ownership? But I don't know. I wasn't following it that closely, It was round about the time that the whole tempo thing was kicking off. I had other things to do.
So you've rather got the gist of the issue. There was an issue. Children were being mistreated. Awful rumours coming out. Change in management. And if you go back a couple years before that, you'll see awful rumours. Children being mistreated. Change in management. And go back a few years before that, and you perceive the pattern.
Okay. So, how does this involve you and I?
There is someone in there that I would very much rather they would be anywhere else.
I think just about every resident of this place would, if I'm getting the drift of it. So you want to perform an extraction?
If there is such a thing as an innocent in this world, there is an innocent in there.
Surprisingly, I do actually believe that there are some people in the sixth world who are innocent. Not many, mind you. Most of them are under the age of 5. I'm assuming this particular person is not, but I think there's a few that are. But, this world. Anyway.
I need to get to Maine. Ideally as close to the school as possible. School, and I'm not going to do the finger thing, but you can hear the inverted commas clicking into place. I need to get there reasonably soon, and as close as possible.
Alright.
And I need to get back with one additional passenger.
So you're looking for transport there, you're looking for transport back.
Yes.
I got a couple of ideas. We can look into a couple of things for you. Before we come to that, though, there's the matter of payment. So, this ain't gonna be cheap. So there's 3 options here. There's payment up front. If you can do that, cool. You pay me, I get you where you want to go, you meet a few new people, you see some interesting places, yada yada yada. Option 2. You borrow the money, you pay me back. There will be interest on this. You and your friends, you done me a few little solids in the past, so you're gonna get a better interest rate than most, but this is a business transaction. I like you, but this is biz.
No one likes me that much.
Option 3. You do me one of my little favors, eh?
I am a humble Shadowrunner, and despite what you may think you know about my past based on certain information, I don't have access to a tremendous amount of resources, and getting into debt with Giuseppe is synonymous with getting into... Is there a place more dangerous than a pit of quicksand surrounded by wolves with a dragon circling overhead that hasn't eaten in numerous days?
Not since the end of the archaeology shutdown.
No. Still, your favors always prove to be interesting. I've heard such exciting stories.
Oh, I was hoping you would say that. I was hoping you would say that. Okay, so, getting the main. Again, I got a couple of options. One of these will contribute towards the favor. So, option 1, without the favor. I know a guy with a boat. He does... Well, let's just say he decided that he wanted to pay off his favor in installments. So, he does little runs for me, you know? He takes a little something from point A to point B. Usually he meets some people. He passes them something. He goes on his way. He can get you close. He can maybe move a vehicle for you. But he ain't gonna get you all the way there, because, you know, this place is inland. Option 2. I can supply a vehicle, and you'll be transporting some product for me. I mean, you're gonna be taking snow to Maine, but you move something, you look after it for me, you get yourself up there. And I want the vehicle back, so that gets you back. I realize you may need a little time to think about it, but both of these options, timeline from my end, open-ended. And at some point, I'm going to be calling in that favor. I don't know what it is yet. I don't know how interesting it'll be. But you, my catty little friend, will owe me one.
Well, of all the devils I've dealt with, you're by far the most charming. Can I get back to you in a day or two?
Of course. I'm happy for you to take as long as you need. I mean, don't take the don't take the dreck, you know? I don't want to be hearing from you in 6 months' time going, oh, that favor you offered me, Giuseppe, and I'm going, hey, my guy with the boat, he got sunk. I don't have that vehicle anymore. What do I do? So, don't take the dreck, but you need time to think. That's okay.
The proverbial can remain in the proverbial, fear not. You'll hear from me in a day or two.
I appreciate that.
Thank you for the dinner. It was really spectacular. I should get indebted to you more often if this is what's going to involve.
If that was all it took. If that was all it took. I got this guy. I've been trying to get him on a hook for ages. Damn good at what he does, but my God, is he slipperier than an eel.
Does he not eat?
I mean, the meal's not the favor. He needs to need something from me,
Oh, I trust your inventiveness. You'll find a way.
Hey, you never know. Making him owe me a favor, that might be the favor, huh?
Well, yes. I have never had to end a business transaction before.
Traditionally, we shake hands. And he holds out his hand.
Toyger shakes hands also. Do I want to do a theatric thing?
Why is the answer to that ever no? Do the theatric thing, Toyger.
I was having a moment of, is that in character?
Toyger shakes the hand and, purely for the drama of it, uses Phantasm. Room gets just a little bit darker and something seems to slink out of Toyger's shadow for a second. Something with ears and a tail that flicks a little bit.
There's suddenly a burst of very, very angry female Italian from the kitchen, and Giuseppe goes, please stop. Don't piss off Maria. She is the cook. You ever want this again, you keep her on your good side, huh? I am fragging serious.
Quite the set of antennae she has there.
She likes good light. You drop the light level, oh boy.
Well, TTFN, and then Toyger just wanders off.
Cool.
Gets out of the restaurant, makes his way to the subway, and basically puts a message in the group chat saying, would like a word as soon as possible. Does anyone mind coming to my place? ?
All right, we shall come to the conversation in a little while. In the meantime, Huggy, the others have been off doing various downtime activities, getting themselves sorted out. After waking up with the most ungodly hangover after going out on a date drinking with Marty, what are you doing with your downtime?
Well, the first thing I'm doing is I'm going to pick myself up a rating 6 Sin.
Okay, how are you going about this?
I don't know. This is a problem. So first things first, I'm going to ask around the others if anybody knows where to get a new Sin from. Actually, no. Yeah, I'm going to ask around to see if anybody else has a contact that they can get a Sin from.
I know exactly the guy. I was going to suggest in a couple of days that we go see him together. All of us.
You're thinking Eddie?
I am thinking Eddie.
I was also thinking Eddie.
Well, I'm willing to wait until the rest of you are all ready to go.
Okay. If Toyger is going along, you'll need to wait until at least the afternoon of the 20th. So you've got a week, 8 days, something like that to kill. What would you like to do in the meantime?
I'm going to pick up a copy of Biofeedback Filter Rating 6.
Okay, you'll need to do a little bit of legwork to get your hands on that. I don't blame you at all for wanting to get it.
I'm assuming that by legwork you don't mean actual legwork.
No. It's in this case, because it's a program, it's more Google foo. Is Biofeedback Filter a common use or hacking program? I'd imagine hacking.
It's a hacking program.
Right, so this will be rating 12. So would you be searching online for this, or Sunshine won't be available to do it because she's wrapped up in her own things right now? Basically the same thing, but for a different program. So are you going through somebody to do this, or are you searching the matrix yourself?
I'll search myself.
Okay. So what is your browse program rating there, please?
Browse program rating is 3. Oh god. Okay, so first things first, I'm finding myself a better browse program.
That is a common use program, which means you just click your fingers and do it.
Yeah, so you can buy a better one very, very easily. It'll only cost you 600 new yen to get rating 6.
Yeah, I'm getting a rating 6 browse.
Okay. Also, Sunshine.
Yo.
I've actually just had a small thought.
Uh-huh.
With your rolls earlier,
Yeah.
we were doing that as the extended test where you knock a die off with each roll.
Yep.
That's more for occasions where you are under a little bit of pressure about it. I'd say with this, you're not.
Right.
So I'm going to slightly retcon our roll from earlier.
Yep.
Could you start rolling up quietly in the background and tell me how many rolls it takes you to hit the threshold once you've sorted that out for me, please?
Yep.
Because, as I say, that style of extended test where you take the die away each time, that's for where there's stakes and like time pressure and stuff like that, and here there just isn't.
I can also freely spend my edge on this, can't I?
You can, yeah.
Alright, I pre-edge my first 4 rolls.
Okay, go for it. Huggy, you're looking to get biofeedback filter, so rolling your browse program, keep rolling until you hit 12. Tell me how many rolls it takes.
It takes me 3 days to get biofeedback filter rating 6.
Nice. So Huggy's feeling a little bit more confident about not getting her brain fried. Sunshine, how many days did it take you to get that program you were looking for?
Attack. It took me 4 days. Specifically, days 1, 2, and 3 not really having much luck. Day 4, when I was running a little like side pro bono hacking job for someone, he was just like, and afterwards chatting to them, and they were like, "Oh yeah, I can hook you up."
Nice.
I drop 6k and get that program.
Nice. And since it took you 4 days and you've got more downtime, do you want to roll up for your other program
Yes, please.
as well?
I'm going to try and get a copy of Track 6.
Okie doke.
5 days to get.
5 days. Okay, so you're managing to get your hands on this round about the time that Toyger finishes up talking to Giuseppe. So, which is actually really convenient. So you get the text from Toyger saying that he wants to meet up and discuss something.
Is that not also about when I'm finishing training Heavy Weapons 5? 'Cause that was 8 days.
Yeah, actually, it's all... I didn't plan this, but yeah, you're all actually finishing up this stuff round about the same time.
Huggy has about 5 days to spend?
Yeah, so are you wanting to do anything with those 5 spare days, Huggy? Are you looking to buy stuff? Are you training?
I'll be wanting to improve my... Actually, which ones? Oh, I want to improve everything. My my mechanics checks.
Okay, what rating is it currently?
Rating 3.
Oh, that'll take you a day.
So, like in that case, I'll take 2 days and increase my my aeronautics and my automotive mechanics checks.
Okay, perfect. So you just spend a couple of days tinkering with drones, taking them apart, putting them back together again. You're looking
Do you not
at...
have one drone that needs to be fixed at this point? That would make excellent practice.
Yeah, if you want to repair your drone, Huggy, then I'm not going to make you roll for it. You've got plenty of time. So you need to pay the costs for it, which for a Doberman, that works out as 300 new yen because you've got 10 boxes of damage on it.
Cool.
So, and you can just repair it whilst you're practicing your automotive mechanic skills. So that works out quite nicely for you.
Excellent.
Is there anything else you would like to do with your downtime there, Huggy?
There's some things that I've been looking at that I kind of want to take either Storm or Drang. Oh, have I said that on camera yet?
I don't believe you have. So,
Right. So we acquired 2 new drones. 2 new roto drones. I have decided to name them Storm und Drang.
yeah.
And I would like to take, I think, Drang, because Storm and Fury, I think the Fury fits better. I want to try and install a grenade launcher in it.
Oh, you bad woman. All right. You'll need to do an acquiring.
I will need to do an acquiring, but I do have a arms merchant who owes me a favor.
Yeah. And is quite fond of you.
Yeah. So I think I can probably...
So, before we delve into that, just out of interest, yes, you got blind drunk on this date, but how did it go?
I think it probably went fairly well. Are you going to make me roll for it, or will you take my word?
No, you've asked me. Tell you what, give me a negotiation roll. You get your loyalty with Marty and your street cred as a bonus. And also...
I don't have negotiation.
Charisma -1.
What charisma-based skills do you have, if any? I don't think you do, but...
Etiquette.
Give me an etiquette roll. It's one of those ones where it either works.
So my street cred plus my loyalty with Marty.
Yeah, so street cred plus loyalty on top of your roll.
Right. I'm pre-edging this.
Reasonable. Apparently you like Marty.
I do like Marty. He's nice.
He is a nice guy.
That's 7 hits.
Wow. Yeah. It goes amazingly. Marty is definitely into you. Yeah, that day. Whew, goddamn. Like, you get a text the next day going...
I know I'm meant to wait a couple of days and play it cool, but would you like to meet up again sometime? I had an amazing night last night.
I know that I'm probably supposed to be coy and not say yes immediately, but yes.
That was awful. Why did you make us sit through that, you two?
All right. It's a few days later, maybe almost a week later, when you head by the gym. Hazel actually smiles and waves as you come in and comes over and says, "Hey, how you doing?"
I'm actually doing fairly well.
Good.
I know I've not been here a couple of days, but I figured I started a program, I needed to finish the program, and also it would be nice to see you again, just to make sure you're doing okay, you know.
Thanks, I appreciate that.
I'm sort of used to this world, I know that you're less used to it.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, her face is still covered in bruises, but they've gone that sort of nasty yellowy green. I mean, she was in a stand-up punching match and kicking match, so she looks like it. But yeah, she seems to be doing pretty good, and she says to you that thanks again. Also, why the frag are glaciers so expensive? Jeez, oh.
Because they know that you desperately need your window closed and you don't want to have, cardboard covering the spot. Like, they know they can charge you pretty much whatever they want.
Yeah. Just, also, I don't mind. I'm just really confused. Why was her tread set unplugged?
So, when we got there, to check, we went up there to just double check that if there was anything on the scene that we could find. And we found one of the local street kids had jacked the lock and was trying to make off with a tread set.
For fuck's sake, of course they were. Thank you. That was kind of above and beyond. You didn't have to do that. Appreciate it.
You're a friend. We do things for friends.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Look, I hate to ask another favor, but you're good with, Matrix and tech stuff, right?
I'm okay with Matrix stuff. I'm pretty handy with tech.
Okay. If I, text you the model number, could you get me a manual? I cannot get the damn thing plugged in again. I cannot.
No one can ever plug in the VCR without the instructions.
VCR? What year is it? What year is it? The 2050s?
50? What?
VCR came back into fashions in 2050s for like a month. People claimed that it had better fidelity.
No, it didn't.
It absolutely did not.
Clear
You
bullshit.
remember the VCR days?
I think we're showing our age here, gentlemen.
Yeah, I can't get that thing plugged in, and she just wants to watch the combat biking.
For a fellow combat bike aficionado, I will go above and beyond.
All we're getting is telenovelas. Granny hates telenovelas. Please, I just want to get the damn combat biking back on for her.
I'll see what I can do. It's been a while since I tried to work out how those worked, but I'll see what I can do.
I mean, if I just get you the model number, can you just find me a manual? I am absolute Drac with that stuff.
I'll get you a manual. That should be reasonably easy.
Thank you.
No worries, no worries.
You're here for your program with Marty. I'll ring through. He'll be happy to see you.
It'd be nice to see him too.
She gives you a knowing smile and goes off, picks up like the building phone. There's a couple of moments, and then Marty comes out and goes,
Okay.
and just envelops you. And yeah, it's a good thing you're a troll. Anyone else would be, oh god, their ribs would be creaking right now. And he says,
Really nice to see you again. I'm sorry we couldn't arrange something after last time. Just wow, everything.
Yeah,
Things got,
things tend to.
yeah, it got busy. And oh god, ringing around glaciers. Jeez, oh.
I'm kind of glad that I wasn't conscious for that part of it, because goddamn. Anyway.
No, you didn't want to be. So, is this a social call? You're here to practice? We've got
Well, you know, I
got a couple
started
of
that
new-
program. I want to finish that program, you know. That's part of why I'm, you know, how this works.
Well, I've got a couple of brand new troll-adapted rowing machines. The springs on these puppies, a human ain't even going to be able to move it 6 inches.
Okay, I'm willing to try that out. I'm not making any claims.
Come with me. This is gonna be great.
and he takes you through, and yeah, massive rowing machines. Like if you, the player, or I sat down in one of these things, it'd look like a toddler sitting in a modern one. And yeah, you give it a go, and you're actually going, oh, Jesus Christ, I can barely pull this. It's pretty serious. But yeah, you train for a bit with Marty, you have a good time. He's just enjoying being in your company and doing what he enjoys.
Yeah, and you know what? Hockey has never been one for exercise, but exercising with Marty is fun. Because being with Marty is fun, and watching him be all excited about exercise is cute.
Yeah, fair. So you finish up. Are you asking him about the things you are wishing to purchase?
Yes, at this point, I will bring up that I am going to be looking for a professional project that I would like some of his assistance with getting parts for.
All right, we can certainly help out with that. I'm familiar with personal projects and professional projects.
He looks lovingly at the new rowing machines.
Oh, you would not believe what I paid for these. It was, you remember those cash flow problems I was talking about? Those things might be the cause of it. But,
Right.
but yeah.
They are fun to use. My arms feel like, I don't know, cross between jelly and butter.
I'm glad to hear it. It shows it's working. So, come through to my office and we'll have a little chat. It sounds like you want to get hold of something special, so we'll not check the supply covers. Go on.
He takes you through, and it's the kind of office that looks like he doesn't spend a lot of time in here, but when he does, he's usually looking at paperwork or the digital equivalent and going, the frag do I do with this? And there's like half-empty whey protein jars kicking around the place. This it doesn't get tidied very much, and he just sweeps a bunch of random yad off the sofa for you, and he sits down in the chair. That's troll adapted, and says,
Right. Now we're a little bit more private. I might have paid a bit extra for wireless stopping wallpaper in this place. How can I help?
I am looking to get hold of a grenade launcher that I can install inside a drone.
Well, you aren't asking for pea shooters. Oh, God. When did I get one of those?
I don't expect it to be something that you can get your hands on anytime soon. But I think you're the only... You'll have a better chance of getting your hands on ones than mine.
Alright, I reckon we can get that for you now. I don't know what sort of price we're going to be looking at. It's going to depend on what we can get our hands on.
I mean, I think the Antioch 2 is probably, what we're actually going to be looking at in terms of availability.
I'll tell you what, let's have a look on the tricks, see what you want, and I'll see what I can do. I know a couple of people. The fighting scene, you'd be amazed how many people in that are also into their guns and ammo.
I probably wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't. You really wouldn't. So, let's see what we can do for you.
So you and Marty have a flick through various catalogues. He's got a lot of back issues of guns and ammo kicking around on the tricks. He seems to have, like, the premium subscription. Yeah, do you find anything in there that particularly appeals to you?
I'll find the Antioch 2, which is one that I already knew about and looked up. So, is this, your bog standards? That's the kind of, actually, this one's kind of cool. And, sort of slowly flicking through, having a look at different stuff. And I'll come across, looking at some absolutely ridiculous things like, okay, can you imagine trying to fit this?
I mean, I can, and it'll be fragging hilarious. But we are in a major metroplex. It might cause a national incident.
Yeah, I think that would get the cops down on me more than I want to.
I mean, you could always go for broke, fire it from the Bronx into Manhattan and cause an international incident.
Okay, so now you're talking my language.
Oh, God. I've got stories. Another time.
Yeah. The Gonryu, it's on the front cover of this issue. I have seen it nowhere else. Does it even exist? Does it still exist?
I mean, they had him out for one season of Desert Wars. Oh, God, I'll have to dig that trid out for you later. It was some... guy on a technical. Yeah, they, forgot that, drone warfare's a thing. You ever seen a steel lynx lift itself up out of a sand dune and just wipe somebody out with an Ares Vigorous?
God, yes, I can imagine.
So they put the round straight through the front of the technical, through the engine block, goes everywhere, and then the guy at the back with the gun, jam, laminated to the scenery.
Jesus.
Yeah.
But, looking at this, I reckon it's going to be a lot easier to get our hands on, and it gives a fairly good, rounds per reload. The Enfield GL67, I pick up flick through the copies until I find the one that had that on it.
Alright, I think I might be able to get hold of that. Might take me a few days, but I can see what I can do.
He thinks about it for a few moments and says,
Look, I've got to make a phone call. Do you mind stepping out for a few moments?
No worries. I'll probably just head back to one of the treadmills, warm down a little bit.
Yeah. You want an ammo with that?
Yes.
I mean, I can get you the gun. We haven't talked, what you actually chuck. Are you looking for HE? You looking for frag? You looking for gas? gas, depending on what you're wanting in there. That might get harder, you know what I'm saying? I ain't getting you nerve gas.
I think I'll probably go for HE, some frag, some HE, and some stun.
Alright, how many of each?
So it's a 20 round magazine. Let's go for 20 of each.
Oof. Alright, so we're dropping the cash, but I'll ask, okay.
He goes away, and as you shut the door, you hear
Hello?
goes on for a while, and eventually you go back out. I imagine you go on one of the machines or something, and Hazel actually spots you for a bit while you're weightlifting or something. She's actually warmed up to you a lot. You know, you saved her grandmother. And Marty comes back through and says,
Come back to the back, Huggy. I've got some news. You might like this.
so once you get through, he goes,
Right. I've had a chat with my guy. You're in luck. He might be shipping in a bunch of stuff for the Neoways. They've got this whole thing planned. He ain't going to tell me anyway, even if he would have. I didn't want to know.
I also don't want to know.
Because we're piggybacking their shipment, I can actually get it for you in 4 days.
That is not bad.
So, you wire me the money. I'll sort it out with him. We'll get it sorted. We'll get you the big boom booms. Yeah?
What we're talking, money-wise.
Look, I said I'd be doing you a bit of a discount going forwards, because, you know, you did Hazel and I a big favour. I got to cover costs, so call it 5,580.
That sounds reasonable. You know, I'm not going to ask you to, give me stuff. You're running a business here, not a charity.
Yeah. Thank you for understanding that, Huggy, because, believe me, the guy I get my gear off, don't cross him. But, look, on a slightly happier note, once we've sorted out the cred, I hear there's a street race going down a few blocks from here. You want to go watch?
Yeah, why not? That sounds like fun.
Awesome. I know the corner they always wipe out on.
Yeah, okay, definitely, I'm coming.
There's a gas station there. Fuels up some of the big trucks, like the interstate ones.
Oh dear.
The buggers always forget to properly shut the fuel cock on their way out. They had a delivery yesterday. That corner, oh boy, it's gonna be fun.
I think I said this the other day, but Marty, you know how to make a girl's heart race.
Right, let's go watch the street racing then.
"Oh, yeah, we'll leave those two happy as hell." The relationship based on a love of watching extreme violence. Now that Huggy has gone and seen Marty and done an acquiring, Toyger, you will want to have a chat with the others, weren't you?
Yes. So Toyger has sent out there are no cat emojis, everything's spelled properly, there's proper punctuation. Would everyone mind coming around mine? Or if you'd like to go somewhere else, that's fine too. Just, I need a chat.
Sure.
Sounds serious. I'm on the way.
This sounds serious.
It is. Yeah, so Toyger's just sort of barriers down, door is unlocked, sitting in the middle of his floor as usual, but there's pillows and stuff around. He's gotten his nice tea set out, so there is tea on the go. He's sort of put away sort of the creepier accoutrements of his magic. The abacus is still out, although it is missing a few teeth now. Actually, fuck it, it's missing most of its teeth now. There's only a handful left on there, the biggest and weirdest ones. Does this make it more or less creepy, Huggy?
I'm going to say, out of context, less creepy. In context, more creepy, because now I wonder where those teeth have gone.
That is the correct answer.
Anyway, so, how are we all?
Look, let's skip the pleasantries. Something's going down.
Thank God. So you remember how you came over the last time you were here and I was extremely calm, just the most calm person ever to be calm ever?
No, that's not how I remember it, but you can keep pretending that is what you put on.
I was so calm, like you guys don't even know. Anyway, so I may have found a way to rescue Alexandra.
That was your cousin, yes?
Yeah, the one who's being mentally tortured by a lunatic, and I'm so calm about that. Like, you would not believe, like, how not filled with rage I am. Anyway, you know Giuseppe, the guy with the restaurant and delicious food?
Of course.
I don't like where this is going.
He has agreed to arrange transportation. Either we get in a boat and then we have to basically make our way into Maine, or he's getting us a bus directly there on the condition we move a little bit of merchandise. I'm obviously going. I'm not going to be able to pay you Shadowrunner money. I'm basically going to be owing you chunks of my wages for the rest of my life, but I trust you and I would appreciate any help you can offer. Again, this is a huge ask. If you don't want to go into it, I'm totally on board. Just, I will be elsewise occupied for the foreseeable.
How much prep time do we have? Incidentally, I'm in.
I'm in.
Thank you.
I guess I'm in as well. Okay. Right, before we go any further, I want to lay out some fragging house rules for this team, because Jesus Christ, guys. We are causing ourselves a lot of problems, and we are getting ourselves noticed. And, well, look, guys, I had quite a useful contact for that last run, and he's burned me now. It's not an easy thing to get hold of a cop contact, and was there really no other way we could have gotten Sally out other than extreme violence?
I don't recall there being any other particular suggestions.
I mean, could we have used gel rounds? That's all I'm saying.
We could have used gel rounds. Have you ever tried to persuade the Sons of Sauron not to kill cops? I think maybe you could have done it. I certainly couldn't have done it.
Look, guys, I get it. We work in a nasty and dangerous business. You know, shadowrunning is not glamorous.
It is on Karl, combat mage.
Silence, voice from heaven.
No, that was just the Trid set.
I don't know how this thing got in here, but it keeps speaking to me in a voice of evil.
Oh, Toyger.
No matter how many times I beat it.
Quickly open up Toyger's central home node, go, oh, Toyger, you didn't, and then, like, unsubscribe him from all the targeted advertising AIs that, like, listen in on your conversations and then suggest you product.
AI means something very different in the sixth world.
not full
I
AI,
know, I'm
VI.
messing with you. Carry on.
Yeah, like, ChatGPT 74 is, like, listening in to sell you products.
The devil box keeps speaking to me no matter how many times I beat it with the exorcism brush.
Look, I understand losing a contact it's rough, but that is a resource that we spend.
It is not only about the contact, it's about, look, it gets us noticed. Getting noticed in this business is what gets you an unmarked grave.
Yeah.
So, can we maybe just try and maybe break this girl out of the fragging prison asylum thing, which, don't get me wrong, I'm all on board for this, but can we maybe try and not, like, run the headmaster over with a bus full of concrete? Just for once, okay, guys? Can we just...
I did tell you the sort of things this headmaster is capable of and things they have done. I am very on board for running them over with a bus full of concrete. In fact, no, I don't want to involve the bus full of concrete. I want to do it myself. I want to liquefy her limbs and leave her for the devil rats. I want to make her solar plexus into a crochet hook. Calmly, of course.
We understand.
Okay, look, I've said my piece.
You want to try and do this fun.
I don't have... I wanted... Can we just, in future, try to not use horrific, massive amounts of violence as our first response to everything?
I don't think it's ever been our first choice.
It was our first choice when we liquefied those gangers back in When was that? Just after the bombing.
The run we met Murin on?
Yeah, No, the one after that. Just after the bombing. We met Murin just before the bombing.
One with the underground lunatics that I stabbed.
Yes.
Yeah, Kat got really pissy about that. Yeah, she was not best pleased.
Look, there is a time and a place for horrific violence. If we ever need to splatter another Oyaban, I'll mix the concrete myself.
Look, the last run, we had to pull together an escape strategy very quickly, and I didn't want to put it this way, but you kind of screwed our cover up.
I would like to have seen you do any better, given
Oh,
that...
I would have done so much worse.
Right.
You did well, Sunshine. You got us the primary payoff.
Yeah, I'm aware...
But then you got caught, and it wasn't your fault.
Yeah.
But it happened to you.
Yeah, I know. Look,
we will try.
Runs go wrong. Yeah, mea culpa on that. But, objective changed halfway through. Yeah, I get it. We're Shadowrunners, that happens.
It was rough. We get it.
But, sometimes your edge isn't with you.
I know. And I don't... This is why I didn't want to bring this up, because I don't want to make it sound as if you are somehow responsible for what happened. And no, that's not correct. I don't want you to feel that you are solely responsible for what happened. We are all responsible for how that run ended up, but we had to improvise very quickly with the resources we had available to us.
And some of the resources we had available to us were sons who were always going to shoot to kill against the cops.
If we wanted backup...
Maybe we need wider... I don't know.
Given more time, we could have done that better. We didn't have the time.
If I was pulling on resources that weren't just my son's contacts who had literally just told me that we needed to break her out. I mean, if we waited any much longer, then Sally would have been in the big house.
Yeah.
And so what I want to say is this. I am not a subtle person, you know this. But I am also not somebody who wants to have, the yaks or the mafia or any of the cops coming down on my head. I want to keep my neighborhood secure, and part of that is not being a target. So, I get you. I do. But when you start going loud, there's very little point in trying to do it gently. I'm more than happy to say I run stun grenades and gel rounds when we are going into this place. But I'm not saying we go in there without guns.
In an ideal world, we'll walk in, I'll take Lexi's hand, I'll walk out, and that will be the beginning and end of it. I'm not going to promise you that's what's going to happen. And I'm not going to promise you that, given the chance to bite back, I'm not going to take it. But when the time comes to do the biting, it will be me. And it will come down on my head. I want to ask, are we going to do... I've even said to Giuseppe, it's going to come... Any and all debts accrued here are going to be accrued by me.
Oh Christ, that's something I need to ask you about.
Me?
Yes. What are you paying him for this?
I will owe Giuseppe heavily, and he will come to Karl eventually.
Oh, fuck.
He's going to come and call on me, specifically. The nature of the bargain is that you don't come into it.
Look, I appreciate the sentiment, but you're part of this team. If you get fragged, that...
If you get fragged, Toyger, we lose our mage. Personal sentiment aside, you're a valuable asset and we're not losing you casually.
My dad said that to me once. He didn't call me Toyger, obviously, but,
Ugh. Okay. Personal sentiment included, you're our friend. We're backing you up. Please don't sell your soul to Giuseppe.
Selling my soul. I'm selling my services as a runner.
Mm-hmm.
If nothing else, Cat would be really pissed if you sell your soul.
Cat doesn't own my soul. It's a existing agreement. It's not like when I die, I go to cat hell. I don't think there is a cat hell.
I didn't say you did, but cats are jealous little slitches if I ever met one.
She doesn't share. Doesn't do sharing.
So don't try and share your soul between her and Giuseppe. And I'm sure they'll get along fine.
I think she likes Giuseppe.
I imagine they have similar pastimes.
Fragging with Shadowrunners.
Collecting secrets.
Torturing mice. Don't be a mouse.
Don't be a mouse is a fucking good line.
That is an excellent line.
It's fun to look like a mouse. Because sometimes the thing you back into the corner isn't a mouse anymore. It's a mongoose. Which are viveras, which are a kind of cat. Anyway, so, are we smuggling drugs and getting the direct bus, or are we not smuggling drugs and going on a weird boat that's only possibly large enough to take a van? And will drop us near Maine and will not guarantee us a return trip?
Okay, if we smuggle the drugs, we will owe Giuseppe less, presumably, which I'm all in favour of, but it does mean not taking our own vehicles.
That could be a plus.
It'll help with the whole lying low thing as well. It'll get us out of town for, a week or so. That's plenty of time for the news cycle to move on to something else. Is your ex planning on blowing up any more bridges, or...?
Shocking as this might be to find out, I don't actually keep tabs on everything that she does all of the time.
Asking for everything she does all of the time, but, she blew up a bridge. If she could, send you an itemized list of the terrorism she plans on doing, so we can try and arrange our runnings appropriately.
Well, this is certainly a conversation I've had.
Would you like some more tea?
Yeah, sure.
You are handed, a bowl of tea.
That is the most Toyger thing you have ever presented.
I mean, for once, it's not actually poisoned.
What do you mean, for once?
I mean, I usually put magical drugs in it to see how it affects the Mundies, but I didn't do it this time.
Yeah, Sunshine might have issues with that.
Yeah, it's nothing exciting. It's just black tea with mugwort in it. It's fine.
Thank you for spending some time with us and listening to the Pride Against Prejudice podcast. We hope that you enjoyed the show and look forward to seeing you again in 2 weeks' time for our next episode. In the meantime, we don't normally see much of a Johnson once the run's over, but Marty and Hazel seem to be the exception. Have any of your characters ever formed long-term relationships with your Johnsons? Let us know on our Discord. Intro is More Human Than Human by Karl Casey, and the background music is also by Karl Casey. Outro music is Neon Thrills by Luck Hash, and all sound effects are credited in the show notes. The Tops Company Inc. has granted permission to the Pride Against Prejudice podcast to use such names, logos, artwork, marks, and or any other proprietary material for promotional and informational purposes on its website, but does not endorse and is not affiliated with the Pride Against Prejudice podcast in any official capacity whatsoever. All other works mentioned in this podcast remain the property of their respective owners. The Pride Against Prejudice podcast is licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution 4.0 license, so if you want to use any part of the show, please give us the credit. See you next time, chummers.